Love. In the world of comics, love plays a huge part in every hero's story. Now, if you've been keeping up with the channel, thank you for 12K by the way, I have already made 2 videos about the worst of it. Annoying girlfriends, good-for-nothing boyfriends, and whatever you classify this demon as. But on this sunny Saturday, I was thinking, it doesn't have to be this way.
You don't have to be the bad guy.
So I have decided to spread joy. That's right, I'm talking about the best type of love interest. Unlike my last 2 videos, there won't be a specific section for these characters. Rather, couples in comics. If you're gonna create a romantic spark between 2 characters, use these couples as your blueprint. For the sake of continuity, I will not be using any characters from my 2 previous videos, since I can't call them the worst and turn around and then call them the best. I want to remind you that nobody on this list is completely perfect. I mean, we are talking about comics here. But for a majority of the time, these couples will stand above the rest. So before you go into the comments talking about, well, actually, Batman isn't that great of a husband because he does it. Listen. Couple 1, Artemis and Kid Flash. If you're a fan of Young Justice, you know all about these guys. Unlike his mentor, Kid Flash and Artemis are both superheroes, and in my opinion, couples that both have abilities or share the same sense of responsibility to the world work out 90% better than couples that don't. For the couples like this, the whole you never have time for one another problem isn't there, which is a theme for most of these couples. Couple 2, Batman and Catwoman. I would say Batman and Catwoman are my all-time favorite couple in comics, but that might just be because Batgirl has too much sauce. And before you say, isn't Batman kind of a hoe around Gotham? Shut up. And finally, couple 3, Green Arrow and Black Canary. In my opinion, this is the most realistic couple. Both of these characters are on the same playing field, same status, and come to think of it, I can't think of many love interests for both Green Arrow or Black Canary that isn't one another, so that's always good. As I said before, none of these couples are completely perfect, and if you search long and deep enough, I'm sure you will find horrendous acts from each one. Again, we are talking about comics here, but more often than not, it's all love around here with these guys. But before I get into the video, I want to give an honorable mention to Tasm, Gwen and Peter, Mark and Eve, Storm and Black Panther, and Super Goat and Lois. Couple 1, Artemis and Kid Flash. Young Justice is a banger show for many reasons, but the relationship between Kid Flash and Artemis is a constant positive throughout the entire series. Up until bro dies, but we aren't going to talk about that right now. This couple follows the enemy to lovers trope, which means they start off pretty hostile and annoyed by one another, but throughout their journey together, they begin to love each other. Already, this is better than just starting off as friends or lovers in my opinion. You might ask, why? Well, this is because it gives growth and attention to both characters individually. I will say this throughout the entire video. Having both of the characters in each couple individually be a great character is an excellent way to have the couple succeed in fiction. Once one character's whole point becomes being the girlfriend or boyfriend, the couple is garbage. Like, you ain't got nothing else going for you. This is why I firmly believe that superheroes should only date other superheroes, and that's no different for Kid Flash and Artemis. Kid Flash is the goofy and well-rounded speedster of the team. His comic relief and ability to help others makes it so that you can't help but like him. But on the contrary, Artemis is a girl who's looking to break away from her family's bad deeds and become a symbol of hope by helping in any way that she can. This automatically makes you like each character before the romantic aspect is introduced. 2 of the best episodes in Young Justice is when Artemis and Robin, both non-powered heroes, save the team from the gang of red robots, alongside the episode where Wally goes on a solo mission to deliver a heart for the Queen. This process of building each character individually, then putting them together is what makes it oh so sweet. Now, in saying this, I can already hear the masses saying, Worms, weren't you shitting on MJ and Iris for being individual characters? Yes, I was. However, there is one major difference between Artemis and Raimi's MJ and CW Iris. These guys right here are forcing their problems / importance on you. It's impossible to care about MJ's problems when all she does for 3 movies is complain about them, in the same way you are annoyed by Iris because she keeps telling you and everyone else around her how important she is.
Because I am the leader of this team.
Whose mess is this?
In Young Justice, Artemis is plagued by her family being top-class criminals. She does whatever she can to hide her past, dealing with it herself. Artemis never tells anyone how sad she is or what she's gonna do about it. She just does it, and the audience can figure out the rest themselves. So when it's finally released to everyone that she needs help shaking off her past from her friends, and Wally especially, it's a great moment. We love Artemis, just Artemis. So when they got together, we combined the love we have for Wally and the love we have for Artemis, making a couple that everybody loves. This isn't even mentioning how much these two characters care about one another. A running gag in Young Justice is the souvenir collection Wally gathers in season 1. But in season 2, when they both come out of retirement and Artemis is sent in undercover, Wally is nothing short of terrified for her.
Look, I'm sorry you lost all your souvenirs. Are you serious? I don't care about that junk. I'm worried about Artemis. Terrified for her.
And on the other hand, when Wally gets cooked and dies, Artemis doesn't even move on until Wally has to come back from the dead and tell her to lock in.
I won't let you throw your life away on a memory of what was, or even on a dream of what might have been.
This dude, Nightwing, needs to learn something from Wally because we all know how Dick Grayson moves around the DC universe. Now, speaking of Nightwing, his mentor Batman has done some very schizo things in his time, but we aren't here to talk about the negatives, only the positives. Remember, Sunny Saturday. So in the light of the new Caped Crusader show, which I highly recommend, one of the best things about Batman is his relationship with Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. I'm not talking about any specific version of these characters, but as a whole, they have a pretty good relationship. Much like Kid Flash and Artemis, these two characters are individually amazing. Again, sort of following the enemies to lover trope. Catwoman being a master thief and Batman being Batman, you know? My favorite part of Catwoman and Batman is that these characters help each other, whether that's in combat or emotionally. One of my favorite scenes is in the Injustice universe. After Nightwing is killed, Batman goes off the deep end. And fortunately for him, Catwoman is able to catch him. Now, I'm not putting it past some certain characters who would find a way to make this about themselves. Another example of two superheroes working out. It reminds me of when I was playing Spider-Man PS4 1. When Black Cat was introduced, I couldn't help but think, man, this would be a much better option for Peter. I mean, they're doing dual takedowns, man. The power struggle between Catwoman being a natural thief and Batman being a natural fed adds another layer for these characters to grow past. Their love for one another overshadows their internal destinies. Sometimes. Again, we love Catwoman and Batman individually. Nobody needs to be told how important or badass they are. Everybody already knows that. Another great part of Catwoman and Batman is that they're almost two sides of the same coin. Batman being a billionaire who looks down on the criminals of Gotham as they need to be cleaned off the streets, and Catwoman being a criminal who does what she does in order to survive. After meeting one another, their perspectives are widened. Batman learns that he needs to understand that some people have to do bad things in order to survive, and how to handle situations like that, instead of treating every goon like this.
What? Man, come on.
And Catwoman learns that not every person who's had their life given to them on a silver platter means that their lives are perfect, seeing that Batman is so willing to help Gotham instead of using his power and money to control the helpless or run away. The opposite aspect of these characters makes it so they complement each other so well in ways of personal growth. And speaking of complementing each other, Couple 3, Green Arrow and Black Canary. As I said in the beginning of the video, I don't know if Green Arrow and Black Canary have other love interests besides one another. And if they do, it's so unimportant that literally who gives a fuck. These two characters are the definition of equal. Same skills, same status, even the motherfuckers look alike low-key. And I will die on this hill forever. This couple is the most realistic couple in comics. They bicker, they fight, they break up, they get back together, Green Arrow dies, and all that other stuff. This is what makes their relationship relatable, which is important. A couple that never fights like Superman and Lois, it's just not real. Plus, GA and Black Canary are dimensionally strong. Throughout the multiverse, these guys are together. In the Injustice storyline, after Regime Superman roast and toast Green Arrow, Black Canary was on nothing but demon time in order to get her revenge. Dinah is Oliver's one true love. I'm pretty sure none of them have ever cheated on one another, which by comic standard is an insane feat. I mean, just look at Jean and Cyclops. but honestly, don't quote me on that because I could be mistaken. Whether it's the animated series or the Injustice games, these two always find a way back to one another, and you can't ask for more than that. I could definitely make a part 2 to this video, so let me know if that's something you guys would want to see. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments which couples you think are great and what else you'd like me to talk about. I'll see you guys in the next video.